In a quiet little town in Belgium, the epic battle for honor and glory is about to unfold. Zemst is once again the heart of Europe's biggest curling league. With 29 teams from 8 mighty nations, the competition is heating up on the coldest surface known to man. The stage is set for a historical new chapter. Watch the epic unfolding of the new season. Will the reigning champion dominate the series? Or will N19 rise up and revive old glory? Are the Tigers the dangerous outsiders? Or could it be the desperate Housekeepers? We welcome hard-sweeping power from the east, dazzling charm from the north, strategic battle plans from the south, and nerves of steel from the west. We're gonna see devastating duck duels and rock-solid wisdom from Steengoed. We may not have Canada's heroic Homan, Matt's badass stars and stripes, or a Swedish Viking princess like Anna. But our league forges its own legends. Meet the magician, Peekaboo Kara, the little general, Gatling gun Tom, the goat, mustache man, and don't forget the Walter. We'll express our uncensored opinion, celebrate only the very best of shots, and seduce you with our sweet voices. Because that is what we do. We simply love curling, and we are devoted to bring this exciting, roaring game out into the world.
What a play! Okay. Hey, there's me. All right. So, okay. So you're hearing us? Okay, great. All right. Not really sure what happened there, but we will sort it out. I have one more mic to fix, and then... Nope, that should be good. We don't need studio anymore. We can come back to the booth. Oh, yeah. So, maybe that's working. Hopefully.
We'll have to wait and see. Let's have chat confirm that we are back.
They heard me.
I mean, that's the thing we promised in our trailer, our sweet, sweet voices, and then if we don't deliver on that promise...
Yeah. Oh, wait, and now they get me with my nerd glasses on, but that's okay. I'm going to leave those for now. It helps me see the screen. Thanks, everybody, for coming in. Sorry about the technical stuff. I came in yesterday to work on all this stuff, and it worked yesterday. I don't know what happened.
It worked yesterday, is what every ITer always said. It worked on my computer. Oh,
that's why I did it here. I came and worked on it here to make sure, like, I could have set everything up at home and had it all working there.
But the staging environment is all perfect. Woo, woo, woo. Yeah. ITers.
Yeah.
That's why they're so expensive. They always have to do things triple or quadruple times to make. But yeah, back to what this is all about. I mean, the thing we started first is it felt like a long time ago when we were back at Curlia. So did it for our equipment was all dusty and rusty, but now we're back here, and we are back at our booth at our YouTube channel, back at the Belgian Curling League. So, John, I think we can't do a lot of pre-game talk since we kind of consumed a bit of time here, but let's have a quick peek at the standings in League A and see what's going on there. We don't have to mention like the bottom of the league. That's not important.
No, that's not important at all. But we've got Steengoed, one match, one win. One win, one loss, 2 points. They're sitting in the middle. Housekeepers have played one match. They're sitting with 2 points. So both of these teams right there where they need to be, or where they are. Whether they need to be there is something else. But, they're there. Should be a good matchup tonight. Steengoed playing one man down. Nils, their skip, usually their lead, is not here tonight. So they're playing with 3. So Dirk is going to have to skip and throw last stones, which he absolutely hates doing.
But he should, and I think I'm going to be curious to see how that works off, because I think that's kind of a good decision for Steengoed to kind of put the mustache man and kind of the all-star role here for the team.
Yep. So they're getting started. Why don't we give our predictions and then jump out to the ice?
Yes.
You are the trailer in this season-long competition, so I'll let you go first.
Well, I'm going to make it short and sweet. I am going for the Desperate Housekeepers. They were this close from relegating the first round of the season, but that was not kind of the best performance of the strength. But I was impressed by their performances at the World Curling Tour, and they also gave Team Vreken a couple of tough games during the challenges, eventually won by Vreken, but Housekeepers did a pretty good job challenging them at least. So my money and my house is on the Housekeepers here tonight.
Yeah, see, I came in tonight, I was really on the fence about it. I wasn't sure if I was going to go Housekeepers or Steengoed. Steengoed without Nils, that takes a little bit of something. It may give us a little bit of an advantage to Chris and Wim. How well they're going to play, it's going to put it all on Dirk's shoulders. You know what? I'm going to take Steengoed anyway. Forget that I'm wearing a gray shirt just like Housekeepers. I'm going with Steengoed. We're going to jump out to the ice.
Yeah, we're kind of not following our own color code here. I'm wearing green, and I'm not focusing on Steengoed, and then you are Mr. Gray here.
Mr. Gray, and I'm going with Steengoed. So, all right. So let's jump out onto the ice and catch up on the action. And looks like they are just shaking hands, so getting ready. So perfect timing. As always, we'll find out who has the hammer. We do have one other match going on tonight. On sheet A, it is Sweet Child of Mine against the Romanian team, Detroit Nepoca, which one day we'll have to ask them what that means. Didn't get a chance to tonight, but...
Don't hear Brom's voice yet.
He is not unmuted.
Not again. Or he's not talking. Possibly too.
Could be not talking, so...
Scoreboard.
Yeah, I'll sort that out. So let's see. Steengoed has the hammer. We'll apply that. Set. And away we go.
We also have a poll running in chat here. So, first of all, thank you everybody for bearing with us during those hot fixes, but there's still plenty of time to listen to our voices, obviously.
Yeah.
That's the cool thing with our audience here in Curdy. As soon as something's off, we get notified on all kind of different channels. Chat exploded, and I felt my smartphone buzzing in my pocket from all different people. Like, hey, I don't hear any sound. Are you aware of that? So imagine if we wouldn't have been notified, and then we commented all game long without any type of voice.
That would have been terrible. That's like my worst nightmare as a streamer.
My worst nightmare is being naked on the stream, but
well, that's something that won't accidentally happen.
No.
So. And Timo, I see what you're saying there, and Pim has already kind of given me a hard time about something today. He tried teasing me that the camera controller wasn't working and that it was delayed, and I was already kind of mad about that.
Curl. Oh. Mooi Steen. 1796, ja. Mooi Steen, Kevin.
Rumors we hear every time. Although I've seen a couple of promising things over on the Housekeeper side. They showed some prototype textures and colors. I'm not going to spoil it or reveal it, but could be nice jerseys coming there for the Housekeepers.
This one creeping in a little bit deep, not quite getting buried. Gets to the back of the house. I'll leave that alone.
Goeie vraag. Hek.
I love the early ends when they don't quite know what the ice is going to do, so it's just a guess.
Yeah.
Like, sure, why not? Hack weight?
And that's
but hopefully they have an idea of what hack weight is.
Yeah.
Oh, girl. Oh. Curl. Altijd curl. Curl.
Trying to get this over. That's gonna make contact. Is it gonna be enough? It is enough. And is it gonna get that one in the back? Hey, there you go. Start off with a nice little
double takeout.
The accidental double. Why not? You know. You don't get points for doing it on purpose, so.
And Steengoed, they were doubting up till the very last minutes before the game to kind of settle on their final lineup, who is going to skip, who is going to play fourth. But eventually they stick with what they have, the kind of normal order, the hierarchy that stands.
Nice little freeze tap there. Still behind the line, though, so... Oh, I missed your message, Timo. Nightmare or goal? It depends on the broadcasting service, which channel we're broadcasting on. If it's on this one, it's a nightmare. If it's on OnlyFans, maybe it's a goal, you know?
Wacht tot op het einde. Curl. Yep, curl dan. Oh.
Could be like a nice VIP experience to have like a hot tub or jacuzzi where you can like watch the game right next to the ring.
Yes, we'll offer that to our gold level members.
Yes. Just a couple more extra sponsorships and then that could be the Curdia hot tub. Experience curling, front row tickets.
Peter has been talking about rebuilding. He's got some new plan, I think, about rebuilding the club.
Or building a whole
new venue.
five rink, yeah.
a 5-sheeter. It's like we'll definitely have to put some input on what the broadcast studio needs. A hot tub will be, or at least structurally sound to put a hot tub up in the thing, that the floor needs to be able to support the weight.
Yeah.
Is this one gonna get around the guard? It is gonna nip by. Just trying to drag this as deep as they can, trying to get it into shot position. Wow. It's going, and
I like it a lot, but
it's just a bit light.
Yeah, it's a bit light though.
Yep, that is red. Red is still shot, but I like that yellow positioning.
Yep, it's usable.
Oh, the mini bar. Absolutely. Absolutely, Timo. Good call on that. Bringing this down. Is it going to get around the yellow? If it does, it means this ice is pretty straight. No, just taps it.
Taps it into a shot position here.
It does.
Yeah, it is, of course, now kind of tapped at full exposure. So
yep. If I'm... Yeah, you know, if they can put another one right there, then it gives them something. Although it might set up a double. I mean, if where he's tapping his broom. Yeah, I kind of like the idea of that guarding up in front of that yellow one for right now.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Not touching anything, but
curling a bit, I think.
Yep. A little bit of a chip and roll out's not going to be bad either, because that will kind of open things up. Yeah, it gives a guard over. Dirk is happy with that. Dirk. I'm never going to say his name right, so now I've just convinced I'm committed to just pronouncing it differently every single time.
The old-fashioned American butchering of names, Dirk.
Dirk.
Okay.
Yeah, but I still like the idea of the hot tub. I think that's something we should really consider proposing to the club. And also that would solve the problem of us not having a proper, real, physical swear jar. And then they can just toss coins in our hot tub and pretend like we're a living Trevi fountain for good luck.
Oh, boy.
You can see that working.
Be something starting to roll, starting to slide out. That's going to catch the yellow, click things over, opens it up. And straight into, let's throw a guard over it again.
And you know what Steengoed and Housekeepers have in common, John? Both teams did not manage to win their challenger this season.
Yes. That is correct.
Yeah.
And I know that's a subtle dig at me, but I'm just letting it go. This one coming in heavy. It's going to chip in off their own yellow. Try to get it to second. All right. Yeah. There we go. That's what they're looking at there. There is double possibility. It's not an easy double.
Yeah, it didn't carry deep enough to really make this. Even if you catch or hit the front yellow, then they might tap out their own red one. But they need to create some space, I guess.
So, yeah, okay.
There is that run back there. I like that.
Veel mijn appeal, viel die? Mijn appeal, ja, oké.
Peel, wait. Let's see if I can keep up with the camera here. As little Goldilocks is going to put some weight on this stone.
Slides a little bit inside, kind of twists it back out to the outside, trying to get a curl. I think this going to... It's not the worst thing, peeling it open. It's not a disaster there. Now it's going to make Dirk think. What do we do? I think they just put a guard right back up over
I think so, yeah. Just put up max pressure.
Dan heb ik zeker dat hij misschien dat kan doen.
Yeah, so he wants to make sure they can't use the red one to kind of do a little tap and roll on a shot position. So Dirk is just going to put something top four.
Put it in right about there.
Yeah.
Picture in picture with Telestrator. We're just so awesome here. Curdia is just growing the technology. We're just pushing the boundaries of technology.
Oh, definitely.
Gewoon 3 op een rij. Maar dan zo naast elkaar en niet achter elkaar.
I see the early votes in the poll are going towards Steengoed right now.
Yeah, there's scoreboard fans just hopping in, seeing how Steengoed is kind of controlling this end so far.
Hi, Tim. Yes, always evolving the product, trying to do new and more advanced things every single time. That's just why we have so many technical issues. Ooh,
this one curl a lot indeed. So this leaves that kind of option Dirk feared a bit.
Yeah, just a nice peel weight.
Yeah, but they're not really looking at...
Rom wanted to come up that side. Peel weight, I think you get a lot of movement. But I think that might jam. That yellow one might jam. If we look overhead. Yeah, I think this yellow jams somewhere over there if you're hitting this. And this yellow... Yeah, I don't think it clears out enough the way they want, so...
Zij kan raken. Die weg. Wij blijven liggen. Zij blijven liggen.
All right. Bold move here. This point playing...
Yep.
Playing a little damage control. That's the word I was looking for. Oh, it's going to overcurl this a little bit. Gets rid of one, moves things around, and it looks like 2 red at the moment. No, one. No. Sorry. 1 yellow.
Oh, they're looking at it. I have to wait until...
Yeah, this is what we would see.
It's 1 yellow.
Yeah.
Although it's not super clear. At least it's 1 point for either Housekeepers or Steengoed. No team scores 2 here.
No, but I think this yellow... I think this one is shot stone.
Yeah.
Because from the back angle you can see there's more of a...
Yeah. So they're looking at a double takeout here to score 3. And now I'm waiting for John to process the information and figure out that Steengoed has the hammer, and there is one more stone coming up.
I got that. I wasn't looking at the scoreboard. I was looking at that. I know there was last stone.
Ja, die kunnen niet missen, maar je gaat altijd...
Maar niet veel harder.
I was listening to the wrong skip. Here we go. Final stone here in the first. Steengoed trying to get rid of these Housekeeper stones. Score a big end. Not heavy. Doesn't need to be. Just did it move that red enough though?
I don't think it really moved it a lot.
It's 1 yellow and then there's 2 reds. It's
1 yellow. I think it's 1 yellow. I think that's also what kind of Sebastian indicated.
I think they're measuring. Nope, pushing it off. Oh, he pushed the yellow off, so he took 1 yellow. Okay.
That's still a decent kind of damage control result here for Housekeepers. Could have been a whole lot worse for the Grey Boys if that last stone of Dirk was slightly softer and curled a bit more. Double takeout was there to score 3, but
Needed a bit more of an angle on it. So this, yeah, Housekeepers taking their 1 minute between each end. Do we have a timekeeper for tonight?
Yes, that's Tom Goodall sitting in the back. He
is yep.
making sure the time is being kept. Yeah, all games in League A are using the thinking clock here in the Belgian Curling League.
But there's a provision in the rules that if they can't find a timekeeper, it's okay.
Yeah. Now, to my knowledge, that didn't happen so far, unless I'm mistaken. But normally, there's always a timekeeper.
Yeah. This one's gonna creep into the house. And top of the 8 foot.
And as mentioned over on sheet A, we have the Romanian team playing against the Belgium team, Sweet Child of Mine, and Peter, skip of Sweet Child of Mine.
Sweep Child of Mine.
Sweep Child of Mine, yeah.
Yes, we have to remember it's the...
That's true, there's a pun in there.
Yes.
Yeah, Peter was saying he was a bit scared playing against the girls. He said, well, it's kind of a lose-lose. You're supposed to win.
Oh, my. Might have been dood.
That one actually carried everything through. Not quite what they wanted. They were playing for a corner guard. So that one's a bit of a weird one. Playing for the hit here. Yeah, Andres is right. We did have a match, no timekeeping last round.
Iets trager. Misschien kunnen we iets meer spelen met vallen. Vallen. Oh, oh. Yep, yep, yep. Oh, girl. Oh,
we're going to get this one to curl over.
Lijn. Jij volgt. Probeer het weer in te krijgen.
It's the hit. That is going to slide out the back. Shooter sits outside the house, though.
Now, John, something we haven't talked about before. Bram is skipping in this game. Normally, Sebastian Dalle is a skip for the Housekeepers. Was also skipped during the national team challenge. So, is there a particular reason you are aware of why Bram is skipping in this game? Is it like just changing a bit for the fun of it, or is there more to it?
No, as far as I know, there's not really. When I talked to Bram earlier, I just noticed he was wearing the microphone instead of Dalle, so I thought, hey, that's something new. And he's like, Dalle just didn't feel like it tonight. So I thought he meant the microphone, but maybe it's the skipping as well. That means I have to change the scoreboard because it shows Dalle as the skip.
Oh, land is okay. Land. Oh, girl.
Ram is definitely in full skip mode. Let's change sweep for no reason at all. Just going back and forth with the hits here. I think that was just not intentional at the beginning, but...
it started off with Steengoed putting the first stone in the house instead of that center guard, and then that kind of triggers a chain event of takeout after takeout, of course.
Yeah. Nice. Come on.
Trying to hold this one. Catches it enough to get out, but Shooter is going to roll away as well. So, back to square one.
T-Dog is in the chat. the goat, Mr.
Onderin. Plan A is erin.
T-Dog,
Plan
Mr.
B is
Mr.
erin.
T, T-Dog. Yo.
Isn't like T-Dog a very American slang way of...
Yes, it used to be. It used to be, yes.
Oh, altijd
Then it
curlen.
got uncool when
Altijd curlen.
the unpopular kids starting to
Altijd curlen.
use that kind of
Als hem
language.
wat diep is hier.
Bark, bark.
This one is deep. Is this going to stay in the house? I don't think so. I think it's just a little bit heavy. Dick's going to sweep it a little bit to make sure.
Okay.
And just creeps across the back line. So now we're really back to square one. 4 stones left for each team. Hey, Owen.
Owen dropping in from the UK. It's Team Reese. They're doing pretty good in their B group. I think they have 4 wins out of 4 games, so that's 8 points, perfect score. They are looking to rejoin League A next season.
This one coming down. Is that going to settle in front of the house? Nicely done.
Daarachter. Snelheid.
Oh, and don't forget to get your vote in. Anybody else in chat who hasn't voted in the poll, pick your outcome of this match. Is it going to be Steengoed? Is it going to be a tie? Or is it going to be the Housekeepers?
Altijd curl.
This one just kind of staying out there. Ice seems quite fast.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of these stones don't seem to be moving very quickly, but they just kind of are staying out, not really getting around to where they need to be.
Kevin trying to bury it.
Okay. Iets hard toch nog?
Staying good with some backing here. They can come around for that one. Voted for a tie. I should ban you from the chat, Owen. We put it up there because it's a possibility, but come on. Pick something. Make a decision. Although, heck, a tie is pretty...
It could happen.
It could happen. It just doesn't happen that often.
It happened in the game Greatix against the Broomies, where Caro had to throw an extremely difficult double takeout just to get a tie, and she managed to do so. So that was a very nice way for Caro to get that point for the team.
Now, this one came in a little bit deep, taps that right out, but does sit there. So
Ze vallen niet, hè. Kijk misschien op het einde.
very... Brum saying doesn't really curl, so... Some would say predicting a tie is the boldest decision.
Yeah, that's... I mean, if you look at it from a statistical point of view, it doesn't occur that much. So it's the rarest outcome of a game in curling.
Trying to hold this, especially when they have like extra ends and they have to have a winner.
Mm-hmm.
But
Laat curlen, vertrekken ze wel, hè.
maybe we should come up with some kind of point system that the viewers can get in on. You know, they can pick things. It's like, hey, you know, if you pick a tie, that's worth 2 points, and it happens, it's worth 2 points, and that could be an interesting thing. Instead of just having the poll, but have the, you know, let them track their season-long choices as well. What do you think, chat? Think that'd be something you guys would be interested in? I could probably put something together.
Who can be the next season's Mr. or Mrs. Know-It-All?
Ja.
There it goes. Starts to curl. That's going to tap on their yellow. Push that one back into the house, although just at a bit of an angle. So,
Zet een beetje naar buiten.
yeah, just a little bit outside. Now leaves a guard for them to go. 100 points for predicting an 8-shot winning end. Oh, so somebody predicting like an end actually having an 8 end? That would be, probably even worth more than 100 points. Honestly, if you could predict the exact end, it's going to be an 8-ender in any match. Then you should just win the title on by default.
Yeah.
Getting rid of the yellow, but doesn't get the roll, so staying out, and now a chance for Steengoed to get their hit and roll. Their last stone. Trying to hold it, needs to get around the guard. No. I don't think it's going to do it. It's going to chip.
Oh, no.
Oh.
A little beep, but it's not out. It's not out.
Not going to get out.
He's kind of so tempted to sweep, but you're not allowed to sweep in front of the T line. So he's just kind of staring it out of the house, trying to use the force.
Yep.
But yeah, he's not as talented enough to be a true Jedi there.
The most difficult shot in curling, the wide open house draw for 2.
Yeah,
it's almost impossible to make this shot.
Missing that takeout was unfortunate for Steengoed because it's basically the difference between just allowing Housekeepers to score 1 instead of 2 here.
Yeah, just needing to make sure this gets down. That is in right there on the T line, and that is 2. That is 2 for the Housekeeper. So they 100% hammer efficiency for the Housekeeper so far in this match. They're not really happy with the thing. And to be honest, I thought he was going to catch the. I thought it was going to catch the top guard. It just looked like it was going to catch that, and then who knows what it would have done afterwards.
I think he just kind of relived that last zone over and over and over in his head. Just why did I miss this one? Why did I miss this one? How does this happen to me? Yeah. No time to really crack your head over it too much because end number 3 is about to start.
And yeah, curl. Oh. Okay, my stand.
Settles in nicely on the center line, bringing that center line rule into play, and that's what they should call it, and not the no tick or the tick rule. It should be the center line rule. It's much more clear. Oh, Owen, you guys have got the men's nationals next week. Good luck on that.
Why is that not on Courier TV? That's the question we should ask here.
Yeah, you would think that our friends from the UK who are involved in this high-level curling would be totally putting us forward towards these things. You're recommending us to them. Well, nice weight on this one. Maybe it's going to creep a little bit deep, but it's just not going to get buried.
Heck. Curl.
Kevin with the hack weight going after this, trying to get it to curl over. It's not really moving right now. It's going to hit on the edge, maybe get close to the nose.
Okay, my stand.
Trickles out to the side. I've had a peek over on the scoreboard on sheet A. They had a blank in the first end over there, so...
Does anybody have a harmonica sound effect here? Yeah. Lonesome cowboy playing his tunes over at the campfire.
I am absolutely going to catch that. I'm going to make it. Might be a clip.
Zullen we er een take-out van maken?
This one a little bit hard. It's going to be on the nose. I think he wanted a draw.
Oh, and the removable hacks were not removed, and therefore in full danger of getting.
Yeah. Nobody does it. Until they see somebody else do it, they don't do it. We're still getting used to having the removable hacks now. Those only were put in over Christmas break, so.
I think for next season they should order the self-removable hacks. Those are way more efficient.
Curl. Oh, wacht even. Curl. Curl. Curl.
Trying to get to the inside of the nose, and it's just not moving on the nose.
Ja.
Gets it out, but
not quite finding the hit and roll there here.
No. There you see Dirk bringing that broom way over onto the stone, so just no movement really right now at the ice. This one a little bit on the outside. It's sitting on the nose. I don't think it's going to curl over enough.
Over die lijn. Nee.
No, again, just on the nose.
Je gaat het niet geloven, hè? Kijk.
What a turn of a plot twist here.
Yeah, who would have seen this coming? I think the blind man at the old folks' home down the road would see this coming.
Whoa, girl.
Trying to move this over.
Girl.
It has to cross the beach fair line.
A little bit of a chance. No, that one's outside.
Way outside, I think, so far.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be right on the nose. Maybe a touch, but nope. Right on the nose. So it's now become a game of who can hit the hit and roll. Who can make the hit and roll? Chris's turn now. First of his 3 stones of the end. But I think if this one's on the nose, then the next stone would be out of the house, so probably won't see a hit and roll if this one fails.
Whoa. Yeah.
It's on that wheelchair line. That's going to be... Oh, that's going to maybe overcurl.
Doesn't have that much weight, though. Just overcurls.
Pokes out the side, yeah.
And now we're going to have hit and rolls over on the other side.
Yes.
A tactical maneuver to avoid the straight line over on the left side, just kind of switching side. I think that's a very smart thing for Dirk to do. If it doesn't work on the one-hand side, just...
try it on the other.
Yeah, that's... A-level skipping right here. That's something you wouldn't see over on Scotties or Briars or whatever. But here in Belgium, we are discovering tactics that are yet to be discovered by prime curlers.
We're over here playing 4D chess.
Yeah.
Everyone else is just playing checkers. This one looks pretty good. That's going to get to the inside of the nose. Is it going to have enough to get over? And not fully, but it's the best one we've seen so far.
Yeah.
Achteruit tikken.
Honestly, with a little bit more weight, that would have been fine, I think, with where it hit. But at that weight, it needed to be a little bit more off to the... Probably need another centimeter or two or curl.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah. Hard.
Here we go, Timo. Wim is sweeping. Sweeping hard, trying to get this one around. I think this one is going to be on the guard.
Yeah, definitely. The question is it just going to stick around in the house?
Yep, that is not hard enough. Definitely not.
And guess what? The redstone has free guards. Well, free in the sense of it was a gift given.
Ja. 2-3, ja. Snelheid.
No, just looking to put this one up on top of the house, guard that center, guard that draw to the button. Tim would be proud of Wim, but what is Tim? Is Tim proud of Wim? Or is it only Kim? How about you, Pim? Are you proud of Wim?
I am very proud of Wim. I'm just a bit disappointed in Jim. Where is Jim? He's not here again. And where's Kim? Kim's also not here.
Kim's also not here. You think she'd
But sometimes he watches, but she doesn't chat. Although she doesn't chat in public, but we have our own.
Yeah, she's always sending you DMs.
Yeah, she's DM me.
That one coming in a little bit deep sets up a double here.
If you are a premium member, you get to DM me. That's how it works.
Yep. And only Pim. My DMs are always closed. I honestly don't even know what a DM is. And he gets rid of both. Nice shot from Chris. Gets rid of the two sitting shot out in the open, but there's a hit and roll opportunity here. Who's going to get it? Although I think if they nose hit this, there'll be a double possibility there as well.
Clean. Yep. Oh. Yep. Oh.
That's going to get around the guard, gets on that, and just creeps out the other side, but takes away that double. I mean, there's a flat one there, but you've got to throw some serious weight at it. I think the easiest would be to hit and roll off that red that they're looking at there. Just kind of come in. If it stops there, that's great. But if it also carries over, you've got guard there too. So ooh, opting for.
De rechtse kant heb ik er twee stenen waar dat kan blijven achter liggen. Hè.
Yeah, so basically hit and roll behind those two.
Yeah, come over there. Yeah, they've got two stones to try to hide behind.
Sneaky.
Ja!
Well, it's going to get the hit. It's going to get the roll. Where is it going to roll? Too much.
Ah! Come on, sit.
The Swedish curl back in. Nope, that stays out, unfortunately.
And a bit of disappointment.
Yeah, they really needed that one to stay in the house.
Yeah, I mean, these little things, they kind of make a difference. Just and the way you kind of put pressure on your opponent.
Wacht op het einde. Als je kunt wachten. Voelt snel.
Just waiting for this one to curl. Feels a little bit on the heavy side. That might get past the tee. Will that get all the way out, though?
No.
No. Just past the tee, so did manage to slow down.
Gewoon bijleggen.
Yeah, this is, as Dirk says, just a draw with backing here. Just a draw.
Wachten.
Needs to curl over. Yeah. That feels like it might be too heavy.
Feels very wide.
Sorry.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah, just to and this is a steal of 2 here.
Wow.
So kind of a big miss for Steengoed, allowing the steal of 2. I think sometimes it happens if you know you have the backing, you tend to throw it slightly too hard.
Yeah, Chris, you're right. There's so little curl on the sides. It's. We'd had the WCT tournament a couple of weeks ago. They got a bunch of curl into it, and even training on Monday night, there was curl. It was a little bit slow, but the ice was curling, and right now it feels very fast, but not really moving a lot. So that's kind of surprising. I'm not sure what happened with the ice. I was supposed to come in and train last night, but didn't. So I don't know. I don't know what happened between Monday and tonight, or if last night was good. But Kevin's going to start things off. The Housekeepers here in end number 4. They lead it 4-1 with that big steal of 2 in the last end.
Curl mag. Tijn als je kunt. Veel rotatie. Oh, nee, je kunt niet. Ja, nu. Come on, go.
Trying to get this onto the center line, and he gets it. Good sweep there. Let's get an update from Sheet A. 2-0 for Sweep Child of Mine in end number 3. We're sitting 4-1 here in the 4th end. No action going on Sheet C, not even a training. I know Tom wanted to play some blitz curl, but I have to practice, have to broadcast, so and he has to keep time. This one going to creep in and just bite the house. No.
Not enough sweeping there. They probably wanted it behind the guards, kind of claiming that spot. Now spot is still open for Housekeepers. Yeah, it felt like Steengoed, they're not struggling in terms of performance. They're not struggling that hard, but they make a couple of mistakes with the last stones, and therefore Housekeepers are being rewarded with a bit of a gift here and there.
Good evening, Daniel. Says, hey guys, looks like not so close a game. It's closer than the scoreboard, but Steengoed definitely made some mistakes that last end to gift double to gift 2 to Stain. Let's try this again. Steengoed gifted 2 to Housekeepers by making mistakes at the wrong time. Still not out of it. Still early days, but yeah, they've got to get their focus here.
Yeah, Housekeepers, they can do better. They also had some off shots, but they haven't been punished by Steengoed so far.
Andere optie. Doe maar.
This one's going to be a little bit outside, so it's going to roll out, but stay in the house, which is not a bad plan B. Make it a little bit harder for the Housekeepers to get over behind the guard.
Oh, break. Len. Mij. Len. Oh. Curl.
Trying to get this to curl over. It's going to be inside the nose, and it will roll, just not very far.
And a favorable situation here for Steengoed so far. They have 1 stone in the house, and they can just do some hit and stays here.
Yep.
Although there's still a center guard that could help Housekeepers set up a steal.
But I think as everything is sitting now, if oh, this is going to be wide.
Yeah. Although it's small tap maybe. Nope, I don't.
Tiniest little tap. Thanks, Wim. So now we're going to see Housekeepers kind of draw in behind, use that guard. But I think as soon as they throw something behind it, Steengoed has to say, let's take it out. Let's get rid of it.
And it's a mistake like that could shift over the initiative towards Housekeepers.
Yep. Curl. Enkel snelheid. Als je kunt curlen.
Trying to get this to curl over. It's still sitting out. Yeah, that curl is really just not there.
Voorzichtig met vegen in de eerste meters, want hij is echt...
So opportunity here. There's a double there. Are they going to go for it?
It looks like they're going for a hit and a roll over on the shot stone.
Ja! Whoa!
Pulling him off. Is that going to get... It's going to be just on the nose. Maybe roll out a little bit.
Okay.
Or a lot more than I expected. Gets into shot.
Liggen wij shot?
Well,
And
if it has to roll, it's better to roll behind the red one than to kind of sit and stay.
Yep.
Yep.
Ja. Iets minder. Minder. Ja, wel daarom. Eens even. Sorry.
Oh,
Ja,
psych.
Yeah, that was just trying to see if everybody's ready. Just a small test.
Oh, clean. Oh, oh, oh! Go!
Trying to keep him off at needing it to curl,
Oh, oh,
but
oh.
Brecht not responding. I don't know. That one looks just fine to me. What is he? What is he yelling about? That
Excellent stone.
That's great.
Yeah.
Great result there.
Great revenue.
Though Brecht was smart not to sweep. Sometimes the sweepers have to ignore the
Niet
skip.
meer dan Steengoed, maar niet veel.
Got the run back option here, so probably not going to go for something too heavy. I think he said T-line.
Ja! Ja!
Putting the broom down, wanting to make sure this gets on the nose. Is this going to curl over? I think it is. That's going to be on the guard. Taps it
Fluiten met
in.
al die stenen doen iets anders. Voor de crisis.
Dirk saying like every stone from Chris is just doing something different.
Yeah.
Very hard apparently for Dirk to figure out where to put the broom.
Yeah, that makes it difficult. Yeah. And having played with Chris, yes, he has a unique delivery that does seem to produce a different stone every single time. Sweepers staying off it. Feel like it's heavy. It does look like it's coming in a bit.
Ligt hem van achter. Als hem 5 is, van achter, hè.
That's going to come past T, so they're just going to try to get this all the way to the back of the house. They're going to see if he can get it completely out the back. Not quite. So let's try that tap back again. Giving him a little bit more ice, but I'm sure he doesn't feel comfortable giving him that much ice. But the last stone moved that much, so maybe this stone will too.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Ja!
Looks pretty good coming down. It's going to be just a little bit too much. Yeah, kind of over curled.
Okay.
They don't get that tap. Or they get the tap just a little bit off. So now there's another guard. Now there's a hit and roll here as well.
Yep. In, clean.
Great, going for the clean, just wants to be ready. There they go.
Yep. Come on, vasthouden.
Trying to hold this, make sure it hits the yellow first. Catches both of them. Yellow does get out the side, but shooter is sitting in the middle, wide open.
Yeah, leaves a bit of a hit and roll option here for Steengoed. And is Dirk going to look at that option? I think he is. Yeah.
I think a roll either way would be okay too. I think if we look over the top, you can see, yeah, hit and roll in here would be great. But even if he comes in, he could get into there, and he's covered by the red there. So.
Lig ik tegen die rode. Als achter die andere ligt, lig ik shot. Het gaat niet echt traag zijn, want dat mag niet te veel keren.
Yeah, Steengoed looking to score 2 here on their hammer, just to kind of stay in the race. That would bring them 4-3 halfway the game. Kind of what they need. Oh, and that's
swear jar.
Yeah, that is a pretty significant.
He's going to be on the inside part of the nose. Yeah. Is that going to roll too far? I believe it is. Stays in the house, but
it is not second shot. It had to be second shots preferably, because now it's an option here for the housekeepers to either do a takeout or draw behind the center stone.
Okay.
Well, looks like they're going to try for that draw. Now, if they leave this out in the open,
well,
does that present a problem? Would Steengoed still be able to score 2?
No, because the shot stone of the stone of Steengoed didn't end up in a second shot position.
Looks like second to me. Oh, no, there's the one in the back.
Okay. Yeah.
Niks doen.
This one is deep.
Okay.
I think it's not even third shots, because both the red stones and the 8-foot are both better than the yellow one. So I think Dirk has to is kind of forced to draw for one here again.
There's probably some wild hard coming in here, getting the roll, these things scattering off for 2, but is that really possible? Because if you miss it, you get nothing again. You give up a steal. So
yeah, I would really doubt it's there, and if it would be so difficult, it's basically not worth considering it.
Yeah,
I think you just have to just accept the draw for 1 here and then move on.
Yeah.
4-2 is still not like a lost situation, so don't. The worst thing you can do is trying desperate things and making things even worse.
This feels a bit heavy, but I think it's going to be on the backing. Yeah, that's going to be on the backing. Oh, did it roll over?
It might have.
Oh. I don't know.
They're not sure as well. Dirk is kind of waiting for a conclusive outcome of this end. It is a doubtful situation. They are looking which stones to remove, and we might have a measured situation here. And
kicked off that one, then kicked off that one, kicked off that. Okay, they've kicked off all the ones that were difficult, so we'll find out what is going on.
Either way, Dirk is still disappointed, even if he scored 1. It's not conclusive. We'll have to double check maybe with housekeepers who just entered the canteen arena. But I think we're going to say it's a cliffhanger for our audience here. Stay tuned as we go to the booth for a final conclusive outcome of this 4th end. But we will keep you hanging, guessing, as we
we forgot to change it.
the royal we. But yeah, John, so far a win for the Housekeepers on the board. I think Steengoed is not as bad as the scoreboard seems to make them look like, but they're just not executing on the last stones. And curling, if the fourth is not executing, well, the pain is hard, and you can just feel it. And there is no more room for errors at this point for Steengoed. They have to kind of regroup and figure out how to deal with the situation. Felt like Housekeepers were given a couple of gifts so far, to be honest, and I think that's a fair conclusion.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think Dirk has just not been sharp. He's been a little bit long in one end. That one also a little bit heavy, a little bit outside. I think they got the one, but it's probably like way closer than they wanted it to be. That should have been an easy, okay, put it close to the 4 foot. That's what you want to see when you have those types of open shots. And so if you don't get there, you go heavy, take that risk, So yeah, the Housekeepers have definitely been taking advantage of the situation more tonight. Their mistakes have been smaller, not being punished. I bet they'd be the first ones to say they're not playing as well as they can, but right now they're playing as well as they need to have the lead, and taking advantage of the mistakes from Steengoed.
Yeah, and I think we don't actually know the end of the first or the fourth end, but let's imagine best case scenario for Steengoed, it's 4-2. Yeah. It's not lost yet, so that's the thing they have to keep in mind. What if we start executing? What if we get this kind of slightly better execution? We can kind of close the gap and come on top. If it's 5-1, it's more difficult. Housekeepers might start to play the scoreboard at that point. Yeah,
5-1 is a big difference from 4-2. It's it's definitely going to have a different outcome. It's going to put more pressure on Steengoed to perform. Housekeepers can play like a very conservative game, just keeping the houses clean, taking 1 or 2. Even taking 1 on their hammer isn't the big deal. They just need to worry about what Steengoed scores when they have hammer, not giving up steals, that kind of thing. So even with 4-2, Steengoed has a shot. So I think they're going to have to put some Housekeepers is going to have to be a bit more, can't be so cautious. They have to play their game. They have to play the ice and follow their own strategy instead of just playing let's step back, let's see what they want to do, and kind of dictate it from the back, if you will.
Yeah, and that's the luxury position the Housekeepers are in. They don't have to try the risky stuff to get a better reward. They can accept just scoring 1 on their hammer at this point. They can accept just allowing Steengoed maybe to score 1. So if they have this kind of option where we have to kind of draw for 1 or do something slightly more difficult, well, they can just opt for the quote-unquote easy decision. So it's going to be harder for Steengoed to kind of count on those mistakes from your opponent. They'll have to do it themselves, starting right now, basically.
So they're jumping back out onto the ice. Oops. We still don't know. Oh, well, since Housekeepers scored 1, because if they're starting off the end, that means they got the 1.
Yeah, they were awfully happy here in the canteen, so that kind of nudged my impression. They scored 1, but obviously confirmed at this point. Dirk is trying to... he put it on. It is confirmed also in the current contest on the official scoreboard.
Yep. So Housekeepers with the 5-1 lead starting here at the 5th end. Let's see if Steengoed, that break, gives them something to fix and find their mojo. That one is perfectly placed by Kevin, starting off on that center line just outside the house. But I think we see that Housekeepers aren't starting to play the scoreboard just yet. Probably a little bit too early to do it in the 5th end. But I think if they pick up another steal here, they could probably, then I think they'll start playing that, putting stones in the house, force a hitting game.
Yeah. Now you can see also the difference, as we can see a stone being hogged right now, the difference with League A and League B, where in League A we have a thinking time, a clock on the game. We had a little break. Now they started the 5th end over on Sheet A. They're still wrapping up the 4th end.
Yeah, there's still only about halfway through the fourth end. I think there's about 4 stones from each team left over there. You can see Sweep Child of Mine put a 4 up in the third, so they lead at 6-0 over Detroit Napoca.
Land. Curl.
This one a curl over, stack over the double.
Curl.
A little tap into the house would be nice too.
Yeah, it works.
Oh, exposes it though.
Okay.
Okay, Dirk opting for corner freeze on that shot in the house. Let's hope Dirk hits some amazing shots, and then Tura declaring his love for him. Yes, Mustache Man is a Belgian curling favorite. I think everybody likes him. I think people around Europe know him.
He has his own fan club, FC
Yep.
Dirk, so he must be extremely popular,
Just
famous.
sneaks that around and taps it back onto the button. But that's exactly what he wanted. Maybe a little bit tighter on that center line, but
Jij moet dat niet zien, hè?
get out of the way, Chris. You're not allowed to do that. You're giving them free thinking time by doing that.
Nee, hun tijd. Curl eerst. Ah, doe maar gewoon curl. Kijk.
Wanting to get this one to curl over. Just feels like it's sitting out there. There it starts to move.
Okay, oh.
It's going to swing over a little bit to the other side of that center line. Cover up over the yellow.
Okay, mooi Steen.
Little Swedish curl to the outside.
Gotta love those Swedish girls.
Yep. I played in the Belgian short curl championship over the weekend and lost a match because of a Swedish curl.
Oh, really?
Yep. It swung back inside, and their stone ended up being a centimeter closer to the pin than ours, and that gave them the end. And we were tied going into the last end. Yeah, so a little bit bitter.
Was it the loss as in just in the group stage, or the loss in the knockout phase?
It was a group stage match.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Don't sweep. He said don't sweep.
But why not? But why not?
He wasn't going to be shot, so he wanted a little bit higher so they could use it to tap and hit the red out. They could have used it for knocking the red one out. Now it's too deep.
Backline, yeah.
Daniel asking, could we get an update on the game on Chile, please? And he is asking, please, so we'll have to. I mean, I understand why he is asking the question, since he is playing the Romanian team later this weekend.
So there you go, Daniel. Sweep Chalamine leading 6-0 in the fourth end.
See what happens when you say pretty please.
Klaar, Kevin. Klaar en yep.
This is going to just slip by. Woo!
Bram was extremely confident in that line, just saying, no, hold it.
Die lag nog tegen de achterlijn.
I think that might still be in play, but maybe not in the house. Not sure. Let's see if we see something over that. Nope, it's just out the back of the camera view there.
Hard to see also from this angle.
Yeah.
I don't think this stone is going to matter all that much in this end, to be honest. Unless it becomes a jammer.
Not quite Daniel, but you're not far off.
Not far off what?
He wrote Donkey well.
Oh, yeah.
But he said he hoped he wrote it correctly, but not far off. If I find my keyboard, I will tap it into the chat. Or somebody else who has it, because I don't have my keyboard close by. Trying to get this one up against the red.
Oké, goeie.
That works.
Hek mag ook.
Yes.
Iets meer.
Thank you, Leo Benjamin. Appreciate that.
Dank u wel, Leo Benjamin.
Oh yeah, dank u wel. Dank u wel. We don't have formal U's in in English, so it's one of those things I'll always get wrong. So it's going to catch on the inside part of that yellow, rolls over underneath, gets rid of that guard. That is a beautiful shot. Really making it difficult for Steengoed here.
Yeah, Dirk, you have to try something. You can't really settle for 1 point, but it's hard to make something out of this here.
Did they wait too long to clear things out? To open it up?
I think they figured, sure, if you need to score points, the guards are not the worst, but...
Juist moest hem juist een half meter verder. Ik denk dat het goed was.
Gonna try it again. Get a
Doe
freeze
wat
up.
zelf dan juist. Moeten we gewoon beter vegen.
He's saying just throw the same stone. Sweeper has to perform better. The sweeper carrying the name of Wim here.
I know Timo and Kim will be interested in how well Wim sweeps. They both play doubles with him.
Ja.
Trying to get this down, but this feels lighter.
Yeah, it's too light.
Dirk is coming out to help, but that's
Catching
going to
the first red one.
Yeah,
It doesn't really help them just with these kind of subtle lightweight stones.
No, and I didn't like the call for that draw. Honestly, I think they should have just thrown something up the middle and tried to clear things out, get some things moving, and
sometimes that's the kind of situation you're in halfway the end. Like, okay, if we have to break whatever is out there, now is the time.
Yep. Because to be honest, there's really not many bad places housekeepers can throw a stone right now.
Yeah, they don't need to steal 3. I think the 2 stones that's already in the house basically is putting extreme pressure on Steengoed there. So
yeah, and even if this one was to over curl and end up in that bunch in the middle, it just makes it so much harder for Steengoed to open it up.
Yeah.
As long as this one isn't too deep or too wide, and I think this one's going to curl over and...
Yeah, but then again, does this...
Now there's that triple.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of give Steengoed something to use. That's the...
Yeah, throw it.
You could overhear Bram in the background, so we left the triple here.
Yep.
So we'll have to wait and see whether the triple is going to be out there.
Oh!
Needs to make sure it's on line, though. When you're throwing this hard, it's got to be on the right line, and this one's wide. I don't think it's going to hit solid enough. Catches 1, gets rid of 2, which is decent damage control. Oh, it jammed on the back, though.
So we announced it. The yellow one in the back is going to be irrelevant until it becomes the jamstone. Somehow they always do. That's a kind of Murphy's Law in curling.
No update yet. They just went out to... They're throwing the final stone over.
They're still wrapping up the 4th end over on Shide there.
A couple of the Sweep Chalamayan players came in already off the ice, but I guess they had already thrown their last stone.
Oh, shit, we zitten naar binnen.
Oh, there's a swear jar from Bram.
Yep.
This one's
Stop.
gonna curl. Taps and rolls out.
Okay. Was weg, ja.
Dirk is going to look at angles.
Anything.
Dirk is looking at angles. The red shotstone is still attackable. They're just going to open things up here.
Ik moet wegrollen, hè.
Yeah, shooter needs to go away too. It doesn't do much good to clear stuff out and then leave the shooter there as well.
Nope.
So you really need to try to...
Een klein beetje naar rechts kunnen rollen ook nog. Ik ga doorgooien. Niet op de neus, want ik mag niet blijven liggen. Ik wil liever niet. Ik wil een beetje naar rechts rollen.
Steengoed still has 50% of the vote in the poll. Housekeepers 44%. Owen's lone vote for tie.
Imagine if Owen's right all along.
Yep.
Ja!
That one's going to over curl, I think. It's going to get to the middle. And
yeah, definitely didn't roll to the side as Dirk wanted.
Moved far enough, I think.
Hierop speelt is geel weg en
Dirk is flabbergasted by the way he still curled with that amount of weight.
Yep. So if you have not voted yet, chat, get your votes in on the poll. It will close after the 6th end. If it gets to the 6th end, we need to start finding a better time to actually close the poll.
I think there is still an opportunity here for Steengoed. If they hit the front red with the right angle, they can do red, yellow, red, and bring that yellow stone. But then again, they only score one. Yeah, but then they only score one. So what's the gain basically compared to just getting it in the 4 foot? 4 foot is still wide open. So there's.
Enkelsnelheid. Oh. Niks doen.
Want this one to settle in front of that yellow.
Nee, is te laat.
Is that going to be curl enough? That's going to actually tap the yellow, but I think that settles nicely.
Oh, but the tap is real nice because it takes away the angle to use that yellow. So now they have to just try and get it. Although, is there a little bit of an angle over on that side? Maybe. That's a hard one, though. It's a hard one.
Klein beetje rechts raken, Wim, Chris. Moet die gele aan die kant raken.
So
they're looking at it.
Needs to hit it here. So it goes there on the red, and then there, and then goes over that way. Yeah.
Daar moet ik hem ongeveer raken, ja.
Right. If Dirk pulls it off, then we'll definitely click that.
Yeah.
But
Zeker niet links.
I think the housekeepers are pretty confident with the situation here. Practicing their sweeps.
Ja.
There he comes. Big weight here.
Important one.
Oh, this one's going to be off the nose. Is it on the side they need? And Brahm is in the way, but fantastic.
Yeah, excellent stuff.
Wow.
Looking for an angle, but it was super hard.
That is going to be 2, I believe, for Steengoed. 1 for sure.
This is why Mr. Dirk, and I'm going to add the prefix Mr., is a curling legend here on the Zemst ice. The mustache.
Absolutely, Daniel. Shot of the match. I have clicked it. That is definitely going to have a highlight reel. I'm sure with 4 cameras, I might find some angle of it.
Yeah. Okay, I was looking at which angle, but like Braun was in the way, and then other people were in the way, so we have to.
I get the overheads too, so hopefully we caught enough. But
so rewarding, and it's still just the 1 pointer. Or no, it was 2 points.
It was 2.
Two important points.
Yeah, that gets him back into it. You really got to hand it to Dirk there, getting it done when he needs to. That's the way to build your confidence back up after coming from a break. Coming back from the break with... There we go. Wim settled in right there nicely on the center line above the house.
And 5-3. It is possible. It's not a done deal here. And if Dirk can kind of carry on his boost of morale, if his mustache is... I think he combed his mustache over the break.
Must have, yeah. Tur professing his love again for Dirk. And I'm sure you are not wrong, Tur. You're not alone, I mean. Not that you're not wrong.
Kom aan, zo verder dat je kunt, jongens.
Although Magali might say you're wrong.
Laat hem maar open liggen.
But I think she would understand after seeing that.
Okay.
This one's going to draw it in, just doesn't curl, and it's staying out wide, so...
If Magali is saying Tur is wrong, then Magali is a bit of a liar. A mega lie, as you would say.
Ja.
I don't recall Tur ever being wrong. Although maybe a couple of times.
Yeah. Trust me, I played with him before he played on the national team. I've seen Tur be wrong.
I guess we'll have to ask Timo. He can be a neutral judge of that.
Oh, this one's too heavy. They wanted a draw. He brought it too heavy. That's going to stay wide.
Hij moet er niet op, liever niet.
And that goes out the back.
Yeah. And as good as the center line guard was, the opposite is the case for that second stone for Steengoed.
Snelle kant, dat mag hier, hè. Hij moet wel curlen. Snelheid. Curl, 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 curl. Alles. Curl, curl.
Trying to get this one to curl over.
Okay.
You see a bit more movement once it crosses the center line.
Okay, oh.
Still not really getting very wide.
Mooi, Steen.
Comes out open. Into the house. Tur is always right when he follows my lead. That is a classic egomaniacal skip right there. Well, I guess I don't have to say egomaniacal. I just have to say skip. That's...
Alleen snelheid. Oh.
Trying to get this one down. Called him off, but it is light, so Chris never let up, keeps it coming. Is that going to sneaks around, but it's just not going to be deep enough. All right, but does give him the stacked guards there, so they've got 2 hit and roll options.
Peel.
Rom not even going to, just going straight for the peel.
Yeah, they already have 2 stones in the house. They basically don't need those guards sitting out there.
Yep. Oh. Is okay. Yep. Breekt volgen.
Making sure that it Brecht catches the stone outside.
Nog eens. Nog eens.
Try to draw that on top corner freeze or top freeze.
And draw it on top of the redstone.
Ja!
And that was an immediate call here.
Welke is de lengte? Oh!
Wait, that's inside. They're gonna hope that curls over across the nose of that yellow. Is it going to? Don't want to hold it too straight. It's gonna just hold straight and chips in.
Try and double them out, I guess. Even if it's one out, it's also a result. They for sure don't need the yellow stones sticking around there.
Nope. Trying to curl this back over. Oh, that's going to get one on the nose. So
Gewoon liggen, hè?
put up the score over on sheet A. Daniel, this is for you. Detroit Napoca has scored 1 in the 4th, so they trail 1-6 in the 5th end against Sweet Child of Mine. And I forgot to update the Housekeeper score in the other scoreboard.
Ja!
This is...
Oh.
Dirk thought it was light, but now he's calling off the sweeper. Tapping yellow behind red could work.
Yellow.
That's one way. Dirk saying, this option, this is something I wanted 3 stones ago, and now I have it.
now he has it, yeah.
He has it in a bit of a weird way, but it's there.
It is one of my favorite things about Dirk is that he puts his heart on his sleeve when he's out on the ice. You know when you've thrown a good stone, you know you've thrown a bad stone with him. He grouses about things, but he also doesn't put you down, so he's fun to play with.
Ja. De rode ligt iets hard in het midden, die gaan we wegdoen. Ja. Aan de binnenkant raken, misschien raken we de gele nog dat daar ligt, maar dat is niet zo heel belangrijk. Piel. Ja, we willen niks voor thuis hebben. Want daar kunnen ze achter kruipen.
So going for a peel here. Wanted to keep it clean.
Oké. Ja, die ligt echt hard in het midden, dus je moet daar iets mee doen.
Immediately for curl, now for line. I know what's gonna jam, but it does unfreeze that yellow. So if they need to get rid of it, they still can. But now all those reds are stacked over. The guards are covered up. That's gonna be tough to get at.
You can see
kind of like yellow here onto the red. That'll double those 2 out, and yellow should stick, but that's going to be pretty tough. So I'm just going to try to draw in behind it.
Yeah, drawing makes sense. I mean, Steengoed, they don't have the hammer, so why not? Why not try and get one behind all of that rubble?
Hard uit, nee?
Thinks it feels heavy, leaving it alone. Wanting it to curl.
Oh, even wachten. Nog even wachten.
Telling him to wait, but he's not waiting. There it goes the curl. Gets in around, but that's not going to get buried behind anything.
Ah, waar ligt hij? Waar ligt hij?
Bram cannot see the stone. He's asking, where is the stone? Although it is kind of wide open, it's right there.
It's right there. Don't you see it?
It's not really tucked behind a stone. So yeah, sometimes Bram has these kind of little moments where...
Wel, maar zij kunnen van het moment dat jij 1 keer op de neus raakt, kunnen zij er niet meer achter. Dan kunnen ze niet meer achter ons stenen komen. Als wij... Wacht, we zullen een time-out vragen.
Time out.
Yeah, Bram wants to explain it to Dalle, but then he kind of is aware of all of the time-consuming aspects of that. So he just wants to come over there, explain the thing. With a nose hit, they block the middle, and then Steengoed cannot draw behind all of the stones. And he wants to take the time to just carefully explain that.
Hier, steendikte, dat is tot hier ongeveer. Dus als zij er niet aan rol doen, komen ze altijd voor ons stenen. Dus dat is eigenlijk niet zo... Kevin, kom eens!
Kevin can join the party.
How much time is left in... How much thinking time do the teams have?
I think it's plenty of time. I think 12 minutes for Steengoed, more or less, and I think 14 or 15 for Housekeepers.
Yeah.
Dan rollen zij erop.
Yeah, it's hard to see from this angle, but you'll see right after this timeout. Joel is here again.
Well, he's only saying hi to you.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
I've got to get my band stick out.
Hey, Joel. Joel saying, hi, Pim. How are things? Game any good? How, Joel? Yeah, the game is interesting. I think Steengoed, they made a couple of mistakes, therefore putting them in a position where they have to chase. But you just missed a crucial shot at match stone from Dirk Fort of Steengoed, and now they are right back in it.
Oh, you didn't hear me. That's unusual because I'm almost talking, but good to see you. Good to have you in. And congratulations on winning the Swedish Championship. Yep. I saw that. That was huge. Congratulations to you and the boys.
Ja, maar als zij het hem goed liggen, zitten wij met de, want dan raken we hem nooit aan.
Yeah, it was fun right after the World Curling Tour ended. Joel and the teammates, they had some time to kill, so we just played a little fun game on the ice right after the tournament. So we actually got to play with Joel. It was a lot of fun.
Yes.
Curl.
It was partly due to practicing the Belgian ice. The conditions were similar. Well, that's good, you know. This one not curling over. It's going to hit and roll, but just out to the side.
Yeah. So same situation here for Steengoed. They were trying to draw in behind the rubble there. They're going to... I was going to say they're going to do the same thing. Same situation, but they're looking at raising the Yellowstone right now.
They're looking at what I was pointing at earlier, coming in, getting on the nose. That can send both of those away, and they'd be sitting two behind this guard. So that's be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. If you're behind in a game, in situations like these, you're kind of forced to tip towards more difficult plays here with the risk of making a mistake.
Je ligt daar zo stukjes voor. Dus als ik ernaast blijf, naast die rode blijf, is het oké. Maar ik mag ook niet te veel naar links.
Is to be on the left side of the nose, not too far out though.
This is outside.
Pulls them off. This is wide. And with that speed, it's never going to curl over. Or is it?
No,
it's going to be a little too far wide. Yep. Picks it clean. Unfortunate.
Yeah, he knows. And then the question is, at what point, I mean, if it fails, it's always easy to then question your decision. The decision is always right if it works, and it's always wrong if it didn't. But I don't. It's not the kind of stone Dirk sometimes like to throw in.
No, Steengoed is generally allergic to takeouts. And especially difficult ones like that. But there wasn't a whole lot of option, honestly. And they're being pressured into, pushed into these difficult situations. Just keeping it clean. This one's going to go. And rolls into the middle.
And now indeed, as Joel said, Steengoed, they have to figure out to get a stone in a 4-foot behind the red stones and then hope for Housekeepers. Housekeepers cannot take it out because that's also a thing.
Although, yeah, now Joel's saying, that cuts off the draw. Yeah, it kind of does. Yeah. If not, there's a lot less curl on this ice than there was a couple of weeks ago, so, and even earlier this week. So getting a stone buried is going to be very tricky.
Yeah, this stone, I think, and maybe that's a bit soon, but I think this stone might even decide whether this is going to be the last end or not. Because if Housekeepers manages to score 2-3 points out of this one, could be a handshake moment.
Yep.
It's so hard for Steengoed to steal here. And it's even hard for Steengoed to just avoid Housekeepers for preventing them from scoring 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Dat is de enige optie, is dit nog, maar dat is wel even moeilijk, hè.
Yeah, I'm not sure I like that flat. Yeah, Dirk's pointing out that there's a hit and roll, but
I think the best option is just try and draw and then hope for a miss from the house. I mean, at this point, you kind of it's not fun to kind of say it out loud, but you're kind of in a situation where you have to hope for a miss of the Housekeepers to stay alive here.
Yeah.
I think that's the only option here. Just
een take-out op die borsten en er 2 wegspelen, maar maken er 3.
there is no damage control option here. It's just trying to do the best possible draw here. And then cross your fingers.
Yeah.
Do a little prayer. Possibly the last zone of the game, unless Dirk managed to do an excellent draw here. Needs to curl.
Oh, is this heavy though? It feels heavy.
Yeah, needs to at least needs to get buried. But if this one is heavy, and it is, oof.
Oh,
And this is a draw for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe. So I think they're just gonna put. Yeah.
I'm so proud of Pim being able to count to 4. It's just, it's so good to see that his counting still works.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with my counting.
I think this is to seal the match. I think if they get 5 here,
Yeah.
10-3 through 6, I think the way that Steengoed has been playing, that it's...
Especially if you just had a draw going across the house, then that doesn't add to your confidence to go into an next end with a 10-3 scoreboard. So here it is, all red in the house, and Chris is already walking up.
Hands, yep.
Hands are being shook. And I think overall well-deserved win here for Housekeepers. Steengoed, they were just a bit too imprecise on the last couple of stones. There was this one amazing shot from Dirk, but one amazing shot is not enough to win a game in League A here in Belgium on the Zemst ice. And this is the fate of the skip, the lonely slide of shame. Maybe that's putting it very harsh. But yeah, we have to dramatize. This is what television is. This is what brings the viewers to the stream. Push to add drama. But I think we can conclude here, John, as we pop over to the booth real quick with a little that part, I guess.
Yep.
A little bit of deja vu, nostalgia, World Curling Tour banner there. We'll switch that over for a Belgian Curling League one. That's a fun thing to do. But yeah, John, first things first, deserved win for the Housekeepers. I think that's a conclusion here. Again, nice stone from Dirk, but in a couple of other occasions, rough misses that didn't help, bringing Steengoed into a kind of a fighting position here in the game.
Yeah, and I know that Dirk doesn't really like playing skip and throwing last stones. I think if he skips, he likes to play first or lead so he can sweep and get a feel for the, or no, if he's throwing fourth, he wants to sweep. If he's playing skip, he wants to throw first so he has a better feel for the ice and before his shot. Just wasn't his usual, legendary mustache man self tonight. Did have that one amazing shot in the fifth end, but just everything going going in the way of the Housekeepers tonight. I don't think they played their best, but they played well enough. Let Steengoed make mistakes, and that's what happened.
Yeah, I think that was the case for the Housekeepers. That's all of a sudden, without really having to throw too hard stones, they just got these little gifts, unwrapped them, built a point advantage, and then the kind of last end was very explanatory, or kind of very I'd say representative for the game. They didn't have to do a difficult thing, but in terms of predictions, I think a couple of people in chats were right about Housekeepers winning, about 74%. There was this one guy who had 47, yeah. There was this one guy going for the tie. Well, that was a bold move, but didn't happen. And then over on our booth, we have a tie again, 8-2 Snowman there.
Yep. Pim picked correctly. I was feeling a bit Like, you know what, Steengoed's going to come through. They're going to tighten up, have that extra stones with their leads. And it wasn't their leads, the front end that caused the problems. It was, unfortunately, Dirk. But these things happen.
A question for you, John. Steengoed playing with 3, Niels not playing. Was that a point that we didn't really mention that often, but was that a thing that played part in this result?
Yeah, I think it could have. It really could have. I know that Dirk doesn't play skip a lot. He's a very capable strategist, and I think he just doesn't really feel comfortable playing skip. That's why he doesn't very often. But I think it wasn't a lot of decisions. I think a lot of it came to execution tonight. And, yep, that's, maybe not having Nils there, putting a little bit more work on Dirk caused some issues, but I don't really feel it was the strategy. I just feel it came down to execution and the ice being pretty straight. So it happens.
I think on that note, we know there's not a lot of people hang around for a 30-minute long post-game analysis because what do we know? But I think on that note, we can say goodbye. I will leave the official goodbyes to John because he's very good at that. He had a lot of practice. So John, 3, 2, 1. See, I'm good at counting. Go.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in and watching, for voting in the polls, for chatting. We're glad to have you. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up on the video. Leave a comment, too. That always helps. Everything helps boost us in the algorithms. Look out for the shots of the match coming out this week or this weekend, maybe next weekend or next week. Whenever they come out, look for us on social media, mostly Instagram, mostly YouTube's where we're active. We love having you around. And until next time, goodbye.
Bye.